What's going on, guys? Army-Firedawg back, and today I actually have the full review of the Monster Inspiration Noise Cancelling Headphones. As I said in my unboxing video, these were my very first higher tier headphones, so headphones $300 and above. These were also a gift from Monster, so definitely shout out to you guys. I greatly appreciate that. You give me a gift and a curse, because this is not a cheap hobby. But let's get into it, guys. So, as always, let's start with the construction of it. The construction is amazing. These are not brittle, and these are not cheaply made headphones, or at least they don't present as such. The headbands did not give at all, and I really stress these. I put these to the works. And the cups are also very, very firm. The headbands themselves did not pop out despite sweating or if I was a bit hot. And then weight-wise, these are actually pretty heavy. The comfort factor, and this is where these start to decline or have their first decline. These are not comfortable. They're not. For my head, and mainly it's the cups. It's all in these cups. Like I said, and as y'all I'm sure you know, I have decently sized ears, and these just barely cover them. But this foam is so wimpy that the speaker cup is pushing right against my ear, so it almost feels like a supra-oral or on-ear headphone, and I cannot wear on-ears. They're just uncomfortable. So the comfort of these do not get a high score from me. After about an hour, I'm done. The longest I was able to listen to these in one session was 2 hours, and my ears were throbbing at the end of it. But that's for people with larger ears, about average size heads. So if you have a smaller ears, hey, these might be absolutely for you. Moving on to what's arguably the most important factor, and that is the sound quality. And I must actually say I am quite impressed. These are not bad. I will be honest, I don't believe these are, in the audiophile world, $300 tier in comparison to like the Sennheiser Momentums, Bowers & Wilkins P3s, Grados, going on down the list in the audiophile tier. But these are not meant to be an audiophile grade headphones. These are specifically designed, and this is per the head engineer behind them. I mean, also people working in the airport. These are designed to be fun and fashionable headphones, and in that regard, they absolutely have that. I mean, these look very nice and stunning. They're very flashy, they're quite classy as well. They don't bling out like other branded headphones. So in that regard, they do wonderful. These are extremely bass heavy, which is why for me, I just can't get into them. But I'll start with the highs and work my way down. The treble in these, surprisingly, is very neutral. I did not find too much bias at all in the treble. I tried to overwork it. I tried to find some sort of lower tier bias. The treble was pretty neutral. The only downside I have noticed in the treble, and there's two actually, but the first one is I find it peaks pretty soon. So if you have a really energetic violin, or there's the higher end of the piano, you don't get that same satisfaction feeling, which leads me to my second issue with them and with the treble, and it's that I don't feel anything from the treble. Like, it just does nothing for me. It's almost like a dead, just soulless treble. I hear it like violin's my favorite string instrument, violin and the cello. So when I'm hearing them, usually I get chills when they get to the energetic part. On these, I'm like, listen to them. Very sensitive to treble. I actually think the early peaking highs would be good for you. So if you're sensitive to treble, you might actually want to look into these. The mids are awesome. I can't really say anything else about the mids. They're great. I can keep saying that over and over, but mids are good. And then on the bass, they're heavy. Like, you put these on and you turn on any song or music, and you absolutely know you got some bassy cans on you. It's not to the degree of like Beats, they're overpowered bass, but it's still pretty heavy. They're not accurate on the bass. I do notice a very exaggerated decay, especially on live recordings. I just hear that bass, the bass drum, go on a lot longer than I know it go. The sub bass is as to be expected. It's very powerful. Like, you will actually, when you feel the bass on here. If you did not know, the noise canceling on here actually has a built-in amplifier. So there is going to be a notable, or allegedly notable, difference when you turn noise canceling on and off, which is the amp on and off. And then from personal experience, the most notable gain, I'll sum up a lot of it, is as for quality increase, no. I could not discern any audible increase in sound quality with the amp or noise canceling turned on, other than a loud decibel gain increase. Like, it got a lot louder. But the treble, I noticed it peaked a little bit later, so it helped the treble line, giving it the extra boost. Again, it's probably because of the decibel increase, but it didn't peak as early. And then on the bass side, the bass actually got worse. Like, it got even heavier. But not only that, is it sounded slightly more muddy. Like, it didn't sound as clean, or it maybe where it was louder, it emphasized its muddiness or its weakness. I had to get them out of the box and see just how they fared up, since singing now I have a few years of listening to really higher tier brands and products and audio quality and just the different flavors of audio. And my personal bias towards not being a bass head is absolutely nailed in. I just can't get into these. Not because they're bad, just they're very bassy. Yeah. But that's going to be all for the Monster Inspiration Noise Canceling Headphone, guys. As always, if you like the video, definitely hit that like button. I greatly appreciate the support. If you have any questions for me or just want to talk, absolutely hit that comment section up. I'll reply to everybody, and I enjoy hearing from you. But if you really like my content, smash that subscribe button, guys. Keep yourself on the field in. But as always, my name's Army-Firedawg, and the most important thing, keep yourself safe.